Hi everyone, welcome to the Xoro tutorial for creating an ASN on your purchase order. This is typically in the scenario where you create a PO for purchasing goods from your vendor, your manufacturer, and basically you want to check that inventory in. So you want to make that inventory live in the system once it's been received into your warehouse. So the proper procedure for doing that is creating an ASN, an advanced shipping notice, which is basically a document that your warehouse can use for checking in the inventory that actually arrived and creating an item receipt. So there's a couple ways to create an ASN on a purchase order. First things first, you're gonna have to make sure that your purchase order is in the release stage. So let's go options, let's release this PO. And I'm gonna go to the purchase order center just to show you a different way that you can do this. So you can actually right click on the PO and create ASN, or right from the PO itself, you can go options, create ASN. So one thing to keep in mind is you can create multiple ASNs on a purchase order. You can actually have one ASN that has multiple purchase orders in it as well. But just for the sake of simplicity, if you want just to keep things nice and easy, you can just create one PO per ASN. So once I click the ASN, create ASN screen, it actually fetched the PO. Once I click the PO that I want to create an ASN for, it fetched all the lines that are in that PO. So if I'm expecting to receive, let's say if the vendor confirmed for me that I'm receiving 10, you always have the option of changing this to 10. Likewise, you can always change the amount that you received as 10 as well when you actually check in the ASN. So I would recommend just to leave this 2 ASN quantity same as the PO quantities, but you do always have the option of changing these as well. So what you can do is send these lines over, and on the right here you can keep a track of total lines, total quantity, units as well. You can batch send the lines over, and you can actually even undo some of the lines. So you can send them back, you can change the quantity, send them all back again. So these are the lines that will be created for your ASN. And so what you can actually do is click on options, or rather, once everything looks okay, so this is what you're expecting to receive from your manufacturer, click on create ASN. And here you can actually put the packing slip number or any sort of reference number that you want here. It's an optional field, so you can always leave it blank as well. So you can go save and create ASN, and then click OK. And there you've created your ASN. One thing I do want to mention is if you open up this PO now from the purchase order center, and if you actually pull up the quantity remaining, quantity received. So once you actually receive the ASN and close it out, it's actually going to fill in the quantity that you received as well. Right now it's still on the ASN, so it's actually in receiving. But once you close the ASN, it's actually going to mark it as received. And that's basically how you create an ASN on a PO in preparation for receiving.